So today I want to show you 3 different ways that you can pin items from your Etsy shop to Pinterest. There's a few different techniques or strategies here and they have their pros and cons. So I wanted to cover them in this video today and show you exactly how to do it. Welcome back to my channel. My name is Jess I've been selling successfully on Etsy since 2008. My shop is called FREEBIES, and since 2013 I've been helping other makers learn how to turn their handmade hobby into a thriving and profitable handmade business. So Pinterest is a great option for driving traffic to your Etsy shop. I just did another video sharing my top tips for using Pinterest with Etsy in 2022. I'll put a card to that here so you can check that one out. But if you're kind of a beginner and you're not actually sure how to best pin stuff to your Pinterest account from Etsy, let me show you 3 different ways that you can do it today. Oh hey, before I do that, if you want some more help getting started with Pinterest, I have a workshop all about how to get started with Pinterest inside my membership community for makers, the Thrivers Circle. I'll put a link to that below. And this month we are doing the Pinterest challenge, which is a 2-week challenge. Every day I'm going to encourage you to spend 10 minutes on your Pinterest account, and I'm going to give you a tip or trick every single day throughout the 2 weeks inside the membership community. It's a fun little community group event that we do every year. If you'd like to join us for that, just make sure that you become a member of the circle before the 13th of June 2022. And if you're watching this later, we run the Pinterest challenge every year. So come and join us over in the circle and you can join us for it next time. Okay, so let's get started with our 3 ways to pin. The first way is the Chrome extension. I'm not sure if this exists on other browsers, but it's really easy if you use Google Chrome to do this. This is the Chrome Web Store and they just have this thing called the Pinterest Save button. I've already got it installed. You can see it right here at the top of my screen. So if you want to install this, this is really great because it allows you to pin stuff from anywhere on the web as well. So just install that and then you can head on over to your shop. So from here in your own shop to do this, see how now there's a little save that comes up when I hover over it. So that's super useful, but don't save it from here. Go into your listing and do it in here. So then you can just hover over the picture and then you have your options of boards. So this is the board that came up. It automatically figured out this was the one I wanted to use, which is awesome. But you can select if you have other boards you want to use. And then you just click the save button and that's all you need to do. And you have then pinned that on Pinterest. Then click visit and you can just see what it looks like. Okay, so here is the pin that I've pinned directly using the Chrome extension. Give it a few minutes to populate. You'll notice when I first clicked over, it was blank. Now that it's populated through, you've got all the details here. So we've got the title, which is pulled straight from Etsy. We've got the description here. I mean, it's not formatted brilliantly, but it's there. And it's got the link inbuilt in it as well. See here, it's already going to link. If I click on that, it's going to take us directly to this listing on Etsy, which is fantastic. Now, because this has drawn the details straight from Etsy, you can't edit any of this at this point in time, at least not here in Australia. It's another thing about Pinterest is that it has different abilities in different countries. So there might be slight differences if you're in a different country to what you see to me, but it's quick and easy. So if you want a really quick and easy way to pin to Pinterest, that's probably your best bet. You could see it took me all of like 5 seconds to pin that listing to Pinterest. I could do it with all of the photos. So I could just go through and for each image, I could just pin it straight to Pinterest. Now, another way to do that while I'm on this is actually to click on the Pinterest button here. And what that will do, see, it will bring up all of the images on the screen and allow me to pin any of those images as well. You can see that it's pulling images from reviews, but it's also pulling images from other people's products because they're at the bottom of that page. So that could be another quick way to do that, but I would probably just recommend doing it here via the actual photos themselves. And you can also expand them and then save them, which is probably ideal because then you're saving that higher resolution image over to Pinterest. Okay, so the second way that you can add things to Pinterest is from within the Etsy dashboard itself. So what you want to do is go to marketing and then click on social media. And that's going to take you to this screen here. So this allows you to share all sorts of stuff on multiple social media platforms, which is great. So let's create a post. So you can use any of these recommended ones, or probably more better, let's just create a post from scratch. So that's what we're going to do. Then you can upload whatever image you have. So this is great if you have created images specifically for Pinterest. I'm just going to pick one that I have lying around. So this is my men's oxidized 7mm chunky sterling silver ring. And of course I could put a lot more here. If I was doing this for real, what I would probably do is actually have my listing open in another window, and I would just copy and paste the information across from my listing into here. This is just for an example. So there we go, we've got information there. Now you notice this is not a vertical image. As I said in my other video, done is better than perfect. If you don't have vertical images, use what you do have. It's better to have something there than not do it at all. And then from here, we can actually post to multiple places if you want. You could actually post to all of these places at once. I'm just going to post to Pinterest, but you could also post to the other social media that you have attached, which is great if you want to kind of hit multiple birds with one stone. You want to choose your board as Ethereal and Etsy and post and continue. Success, we're done. All right. So that is now pinned. Now, the downside of that, if we go to Pinterest and we're going to find that pin, here is that pin that I have created. And there's not a lot of detail. Okay, so it's probably not the best way to pin, because the whole point of being on Pinterest, as I mentioned, is because it's a search engine, you want to be found on there. So really, this is not the best way, as far as I'm concerned, to pin to Pinterest, because it doesn't really allow you to give lots of information and detail. Okay, the third way to pin is obviously to do it from Pinterest itself. So here we are in Pinterest, and we want to create a pin. Now there's two types of pins. There's three technically. An ad pin, I'm probably sure that's not what you're focused on right now, but there's a normal pin, which is just one image, and then there's an idea pin. So an idea pin is one where you can add up to 20 images or videos, and they're like a carousel post on Instagram. People can scroll through them. So you could create separate pins for all of your listings for every single photo you have, and then you could create a separate idea pin where you actually have 5 or more, and even video of your product as an idea pin for people to swipe through, and they're really great. So I'm not going to show you that now. It takes a little bit of time, but basically all you do is you upload a picture. You can actually put text on it as well right here in Pinterest, and then you add a link, and boom, you're done with your idea pin. But so for a normal pin, just a traditional pin, so here we've got our two options about save from a website or create a pin. So you could actually put in your Etsy shop here, and then it's going to bring up some stuff. So now what might be even better here would be to actually put the direct link to the product in here. Okay, so if I put this in, so this is a direct link to the product. That's what you want to do, because what it's going to do is this is the link that's going to be associated with your pin. All right. So then I can go, okay, here's all the pictures that it's pulling up associated with that. You can see again, it's pulling up any image on that page. So not just my listing images, but also other people's stuff and review images, etc. So pick which one you want to use. Go next. Again, choose your board. And we've saved it, and you can see again here it's pulled all the information directly from your listing on Etsy, so you don't have to copy and paste it all in, which is fantastic. So you can literally just copy and paste across here, But if you want to do something with an image that you've created, then just create a regular pin. And there you have to put in all of this information. So remember, put in the direct link to your product, put in a description that's keyword rich. You don't have to worry about hashtags on Pinterest. That's not really a thing anymore. Just write a keyword rich description and your title, and then add the image that is going to be for your pin. So this is really a step for those of you who are creating specific images for Pinterest, those specific vertical images that kind of play the best on Pinterest and what it was designed for. If you just want to pin from your shop, I recommend using one of the other two methods. So, creating your pin, saving from the website and just putting your URL of your shop listing in here, or installing the Chrome extension and just using that and pinning directly from the listing in your shop. I hope you found that one helpful. Thank you so much for watching this video. If you want more on Pinterest, as I said, here's my other video where I give you some tips for how to successfully pin from Etsy in 2022. So check that one out next. Make sure to subscribe so you don't miss any future videos on how to successfully improve and grow your Etsy shop. I'll catch you in the next video. Bye for now.